Sussex fam, buckle up, because the British media is losing their minds again over Harry and Meghan. And this time, it's all because they dared to attend a birthday party. Yes, you heard that right. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex went to Kris Jenner's glamorous 70th birthday bash, and apparently that's enough to cause a full-on palace meltdown. But what's really behind all this outrage? Why are palace insiders so appalled? And more importantly, what does this say about just how powerful Harry and Meghan have become in Hollywood and beyond? Let's get into it. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that notification bell, because here on the Sussex Insights, we unpack royal hypocrisy, one headline at a time. So Kris Jenner turned 70, and as you'd expect, the party was pure A-list luxury. We're talking Oprah, Tyler Perry, Mariah Carey, Beyoncé, and Jay-Z, Adele, Paris Hilton, basically the who's who of global entertainment. And right there among them, Harry and Meghan. Now, this shouldn't be surprising. The Sussexes have been friendly with the Kardashian-Jenner circle for years. They're close with Oprah, Tyler Perry, and several others who attended. Meghan lives in Montecito, Hollywood's quieter, classier cousin, so of course they were invited. Of course they went. It was a private birthday celebration. No public funds, no royal duties. Just two people enjoying themselves with friends. But to the British tabloids, this was apparently a declaration of war. According to page 6, palace insiders were appalled by Harry and Meghan's smiling appearance at the party. One even called it so tacky. Let's pause there. Tacky? You mean attending a black tie event in Beverly Hills, surrounded by global superstars who actually like them, is tacky? Apparently so, because, as one insider put it, the Sussexes' ostentatiousness is at odds with what Prince William is trying to represent. You know, the same William who jets around the world for Earthshot while staying in luxury suites and whose friends fly private to support his environmental mission. The hypocrisy writes itself. Maybe what they really mean is that Harry and Meghan are making the Windsors look small time. This whole too Hollywood narrative is one of the laziest royal talking points out there. Remember when the British press insisted that no one in LA wanted to associate with them? That A-listers were avoiding the Sussexes? And yet here they are, mingling with Beyoncé, Oprah and Jeff Bezos. This single night completely demolishes that tired storyline. Meanwhile, the palace PR machine is spinning again. Suddenly we get these sources saying William is classy and Harry is out of touch. Let's be honest, that's not class. That's bitterness disguised as moral superiority. Because deep down, the palace can't stand that Harry and Meghan are thriving without them. Segment 3. Meghan's strategic rise. Kris Jenner's birthday wasn't just a social event, it was a statement. For years, the media painted Meghan as a Hollywood pariah, someone whose star faded after leaving acting. But look at that guest list. Look who's embracing her. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez hosted the bash at their $165 million Beverly Hills estate. And now, Amazon MGM, yes, Bezos' company is producing Meghan's upcoming project, Close Personal Friends, where she makes a cameo as herself. This is what influence looks like. This is what strategic networking looks like. Meghan isn't clinging to the old royal world, she's building her own empire in a new one. And the palace knows it. When a former royal couple can stand beside Beyoncé and Oprah and be treated as equals, that's not tacky. That's evolution. Let's talk about the psychology here. The outrage isn't about Meghan's dress or Harry's tux, it's about status. The monarchy thrives on exclusivity, on being the people everyone else looks up to. But Harry and Meghan flipped that script. They left the palace and joined a world where power doesn't come from birthright, it comes from influence. Now the Sussexes are aligned with billionaires, media moguls and cultural icons. Meanwhile, back in London, William and Kate are struggling to fill stadiums for their climate events and can't even get top artists to perform at royal shows. So what do you do when your estranged brother outshines you globally? You call it tacky, because apparently it's better to quietly pay off lawsuits and throw taxpayer-funded galas than to attend a private Hollywood party. The British press loves talking about class. They say William has true class, while Harry and Meghan are celebrity chasing. But what's classy about an institution that covered up scandals for decades, that protects abusers and bullies, that preaches environmentalism while flying private to photo ops? What's classy about a coronation so desperate for attention they had to call American Idol for help? That's not class, that's desperation. Harry and Meghan, on the other hand, have earned global respect on their own terms. They've built a life based on service, authenticity and connection, not hierarchy and pretense. So, while the British media obsessed over who snubbed who at Kris Jenner's party, Harry and Meghan were strengthening a network that includes some of the most influential people on earth: Oprah, Tyler Perry, Beyoncé, Jeff Bezos. These aren't random acquaintances. These are power alliances. Every time the Sussexes show up in spaces like this, they remind the world that they are global players, not exiles. And that's what truly scares the palace, because Harry and Meghan don't need royal titles to make headlines. They don't need the monarchy's approval to move culture. They already are. So let's call it what it is. The palace isn't angry that Harry and Meghan are tacky. They're angry that Harry and Meghan are winning. They're respected in Hollywood, loved in America, and redefining what modern royalty looks like: grounded, independent, and unapologetically real. And the louder those palace insiders complain, the more obvious their insecurity becomes. Because at the end of the day, the Sussexes didn't lose their shine, they just outgrew the crown. Let me know in the comments. Do you think the palace is really upset about the party, or just jealous of the Sussexes' true star power? And if you enjoyed today's breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a royal reality check. If you'd like to support the channel, you can donate via Super Thanks, or Buy Me a Coffee. Links are in the description. Every bit helps keep the Sussex Insights shining light on the real story behind the headlines. This is Adriel, and you're watching the Sussex Insights. See you in the next one.